to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. All right, we got to go today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We are still celebrating. We are still celebrating the victory over Grand Canyon University last night. Gamecocks go 1-0. We're going to talk about 3 key takeaways from this dominant win against Grand Canyon. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Captain Will, the OG. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. And more importantly, if you're watching me right now and you have not subscribed to the best Gamecock podcast out there, there are a lot of them, but you're talking about the best one, Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notifications so you will get all the alerts of when a new show drops. All about the three-time national champions. Last night's game, I rewatched the game, because sometimes when you all in the moment, when you all up in your feelings watching a basketball game, you don't see everything. But 3 things that I noticed after rewatch of this basketball team. The starting guards are special. We have elite talent at the guard position at South Carolina. With Raven, Tessa, Taliah Latson, this team, the way it's currently constructed, could be those 3 guards when they're playing the way they played last night. I envision them playing all season long. Could be the best guards in the country. That's how I feel about these terrific guards. Raven Johnson played terrific basketball. 26 minutes, 11 points, 7 assists, only 1 turnover, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 5 from the 3-point line. That is terrific basketball. She had an offensive rating of 172.5. Ladies and gentlemen, that's damn near perfect. Terrific basketball. But they're not just about offense, okay? Defensively, by far our best defender last night. Had a defensive rating of 49.7. 49.7. 8 rebounds. Of those 8 rebounds, all of them were offensive rebounds. She almost had a triple-double. 11.7 assists, 8 rebounds. Terrific basketball. She had a rebounding percentage rate of 17.8. She also had 3 steals. A stat that I'm going to talk about this season kind of peels back the onion a little bit on how players actually play and how they perform. So you had Raven, who produced 16 points. This is analytics. 16 points produced while allowing 4.7 points. That is terrific offensive and defensive basketball. Raven went this summer and worked really hard on her game. I know about the rebounding. 8 rebounds by Raven is terrific for a guard, especially for a guard who's 5'9". But I know she can rebound basketball. We know that. I know she can get assists. She has 7 of them. I know that she's going to have a great assist to turnover ratio this season. She don't turn the ball over enough. She's going to get several easy assists with with Madina and with Latson, with Tessa knocking them down. But 11 points off 6 shots, 3 for 5 from the three-point line in 26 minutes. Not 35 minutes, not 37 minutes. That is great basketball. Shout out to Raven Johnson, who was my player of the game. But right behind Raven last night was the other Johnson, and that's Tessa. Tessa Johnson is a baller extraordinaire. Super duper. 33 minutes of play. 19 points, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 8 for 13 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line. Had an offensive rating of 141.5. Tessa Johnson has grown in leaps and bounds since last season. I saw it versus North Carolina. I saw it last night against Grand Canyon. Defensively, she had a defensive rating of 94.3. She had 5 rebounds. And of those 5 rebounds, 4 of them were offensive. She had an 8.3 rebounding percentage. She had 1 block and 1 steal. Tessa produced 21.2 points last night while allowing 11.4 points. Tessa Johnson was outstanding last night for the South Carolina women's basketball team. 3-time national champions. If Tessa plays like this, and at times, last night, Maddy went out and Tessa was running point at 6'1". Just love to see it. Love to see Tessa shine. And I want Tessa to shine again on Friday against Bowling Green. Stack those days. The name of Tournament Tessa will go away. Stack games in a row in November and December. We ain't got to worry about March. We ain't got to worry about April. Tessa Johnson is way more than Tournament Tessa. I think she's going to prove that this season. Taliah Latson is as good as advertised. Florida State was a decent team last season. Taliah Latson led the country in scoring. A lot of folks didn't even see her play because she played for Florida State. Taliah Latson warrants All-American status, preseason All-American status, all SEC status, all those accolades that she's receiving. She warrants all of them. Make no mistake about it. She is a baller. 28 minutes last night. 20 points, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 7 for 10 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Her offensive rating of 139.4. All outstanding numbers. Had a defensive rating of 107.4. Defensively, she played okay. Not great. I wouldn't even say she played good defense. She played all right. But that would get better. She had 1 rebound, 1 steal. She produced 23 points and allowed 11. This 3-woman guard starting lineup is unbelievable. You better get your popcorn ready. You better get your popcorn ready when South Carolina takes the court, when these 3 are lining up. They can shoot the ball. They can handle the ball. They can defend. They are so much fun to watch. This is a terrific guard rotation. Hopefully, Maddy is good. She's the first one off the bench. I am so overjoyed about these guards. When I say that this 3-guard lineup for South Carolina could be the best in the country, that ain't just Captain Will just talking mess. I am straight up serious. You got an All-American in Taliah Latson. You're going to have a All-SEC in Raven Johnson. You're going to have an All-SEC in Tessa Johnson this year, I believe. This 3-guard situation is a problem for the league. A problem. How did our freshmen fare last night? We have 2 freshmen on this basketball team, 2 rookies, if you will, to this team. Both of them are 5-star recruits. Both of them ranked in the top 15 in the country in terms of recruiting. Agot ranked 6. Ayla ranked 15. McDowell's All-Americans, all the accolades, international play, all those great things. I saw them play against Anderson. I saw them play against North Carolina exhibitions. Ayla didn't play against North Carolina. She was sick. But I wanted to see when the lights were on. I want to see when the games matter. I want to see, when these stats count. These wins, the losses count. Both of them played a lot of basketball last night. I understand it's a 40-point blowout. I get it. But Agot is the second person off the bench. The second one off the bench, she's going to the score table. So the way she produced over the course of the next month or so, it's going to mean a lot, especially when we got games that matter. Thanksgiving week, when we play in Duke and or UCLA or Texas. So with her 19 minutes last night, she had about 5 points. She had a couple assists. She had too many turnovers. She had, I think it was 3 turnovers. She was 1 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She had an offensive rating of 87.3. She didn't play offensively stellar basketball. She didn't. Hence why the offensive rating is what it is, because she had too many turnovers. I need her to settle down a little bit. I understand it was the first game. Just settle down a little bit. Offensively, I think she can be a problem because she can knock down the 3. She has a very, very smooth shot. A little unorthodox at times, but it's still smooth. Like, how can you be smooth, still unorthodox? Because it works for her. It works for her. Defensively, she's a terrific on-ball defender. Terrific. Her long arms gives her ability, even though when she's beat, she's still able to block the shot. She had a defensive rating of 101.9. She had a couple of rebounds. She had 3 blocked shots, which is why I just made that statement of her ability to block shots. The problem that I foresee is that she sometimes rely on that. With her size, she can guard multiple positions. Is she the defensive stopper that we had with Breezy Hall? No, that's ridiculous to say something like that. It's after one basketball game. Will she be that defensive stopper like a Breezy Hall or like a Bree Bill did in the past? Possibly. I hope so. But what I do know with Agot is she's going to be a better offensive player than Breezy and Bree was. That I do know. She's going to be a terrific offensive player. And then the defense will be really good. I look to see how she performs against Bowling Green on Friday. I want her to have a great game. I want to have a even kill game. Not many mistakes. Play within yourself. Score when you need to score and defend. Which brings me to Ayla McDowell. Ayla McDowell played 17 minutes last night. She had 9 points, almost was in double figures. She only had a couple turnovers. She was 3 for 3, 3 for 5 from the field, 0 for 1 from the 3-point line, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She had an offensive rating of 104.7. That's solid for her, okay? Had a defensive rating of 99.9. That's solid, okay? 2 rebounds, 1 steal, produced 9 points, and allowed 6.2 points. Ayla McDowell brings a certain energy to this team that we need. I don't know how many minutes she's going to get. What I do know is she's 6'1", 6'1.5". And when she's in the game, she's going to defend, she's going to hustle, she's going to rebound, she's going to shoot, she can handle the ball, she can do all those ancillary things that you want as a basketball player. 17 minutes for Ayla, 19 minutes for Agot. First game of the season. I would give 2 check marks for both of them. 5-star recruits being brought along slowly because they have terrific, amazing players that are playing ahead of them. This Gamecock offense will be elite this year. We had a situation last season in terms of sometimes the offense looked in disarray, looked weird at times. I named the top 3 players who played last night, offensively and defensively. Raven, Tessa, Taliah. I didn't mention Joyce. Joyce didn't play bad by any stretch of the imagination. Not at all. She just wasn't as good as those 3 players. Madina didn't play bad. Both of those young ladies played well. Both of them in double figures. We had 6 players. I think it was 6 players in double figures last night. Our offensive rating last season was 5th, which is good. Great by Gamecock standards. I want more. I want more. Offensive rating was 5th at 110.5. Last night, offensive rating was 125.5. I want more. Field goal percentage last season was 13th in the country. That is really good. 46.5% from the field last season. Last night we shot 59.6%. When we won 2 years ago, we won the championship 2 years ago, our field goal percentage was top 5. Last year dropped to 13th. Assist to turnover ratio, we were 13th in the country. 13th in the country at 1.31 assists to turnover. Last night we had 1.73 assists to turnover ratio. We're going to get a lot of easy assists this season. Welcome, Madina. That's what she's going to do. When she gets the ball in the paint within 4 feet, then 6 feet, it is a bucket or she's getting fouled. Offensive rebounding percentage was 17th in the country, 38.5%. I look for that to get better next season. Turnovers, we were 17th in the country at 12.4. Last night we had 11. Last season, we were 32nd in the country in assists at 16 per game. That ain't going to happen this year. We will be top 15 in terms of assists this season. Last night we had 19. 19 assists. Carolina shot so efficient last night. Dawn Staley was talking about how efficient the guards were. As a team, Carolina was efficient. 66%. 66% 2-point percentage. That's terrific. 68% from the free throw line. 47% from the 3. South Carolina women's basketball. You watching that game last night, what you saw in Carolina was a much quicker pace than we did last season. Last season, y'all watched the season. Last season, we were 114th in terms of pace of play. Last night was a much, much quicker pace. We had 4 extra possessions last night than our average last season. Quicker pace, more points scored. We got to defend. We're going to score more points. Make no mistake about it. This team will score a ton of points this season, but we also got to defend. We can't lose sight of that. We cannot lose sight of that. What I'm saying is about this basketball team and offensively, it is going to be a problem for opposing teams trying to defend. We got Bowling Green on Friday. They have to defend this offense. Good luck with that. Good luck. This team can shoot. This team can rebound. This team can score the basketball. Our guards shine bright last night. Look for our post players to shine bright on Friday night. Trust and believe. This is a very, very well-rounded basketball team that can score at every position. And it's been a while since I could say that. With that being said, this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, Come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go.